See, we're coming up to the 1 o'clock news, and Norma, just a quick reminder of that vacancy.
Of the modern apprenticeships for the Parks Department in Irvine. Remember, it's Monday to Friday, 8:30 AM till 5. May eventually be rotated into a Saturday.
If anybody's interested in this vacancy, with Harryfield being down there in Irvine, as Norma Jean just read out, it's a Parks Department. Is that right? Yes.
It's a Parks Department.
You can contact 3 centres. Irvine Career Centre itself down in the River Gate. You can drop in straight into the shopping mall on the right hand side. We're there Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. And in a Salkits here we have Moffat House, and it's Monday till Wednesday, 9 till 5.
Yeah, once a month the Ayrshire Visual Impairment team, hosted by Bob Shields, comes in, which is a great programme. It's very interesting. Bob brings various guests in, they talk about new gadgets that's available on the market to basically let people know of their existence, to help ease visual impairment problems, bringing people that have been successful, and they've let their say sporting achievements take them to the fore, and not let their others get in there. So there's various different guests in there. I'll bring it back to the studio.
Best group that's ever done a radio advert broadcast on, solely yourself, from planning it, executing it, coding it. Really proud of you.
We also have a monthly programme based on the ethnic community within North Ayrshire, and they come in to talk about what's happening in their community, their culture, upcoming events. And we have a regular programme called Look North, which basically informs the listeners what's happening in North Ayrshire on a week-to-week basis.
I got involved. I was at the time I was the chair of the Focus Liaison Committee up here at Focus, and one of the session workers came up to me and said, "There's a new project starting, and you will be part of it." I found out it was 3TFM. I went down to the appropriate shop down in Salkits. They had a shop front in Salkits at the time. Filled in the form, got the T-shirt, and from that day became part of 3TFM.
I do my own show. I do 3 shows a week, on a Tuesday, Wednesday and a Thursday. I do the Ready Teddy Joe show and the AB Theatre Music, and I do a show with my daughter called the Footy Free Show.
A lot of people only come across radio for what they hear on their sets or in their TVs or in their videos. Yeah. They forget there's a lot of work goes in to make these shows happen, to make all these programmes come to you, and I get involved in a lot of that as much as I can.
The partnerships that 3TFM are involved with are the local authority, North Ayrshire Council, who give us the premises to be able to broadcast from, which helps the group, because as a voluntary group, keep its running costs down. In particular, our division, the community development team, are very much involved with this, because we learn people how new skills, broadcast techniques, like editing skills here, how to answer phones, various different aspects like that. So there's a lot of learning involved. The Health Board provide us with health information to broadcast, keep us up to date with various different promotions health-wise that's happening. And we've got other organisations, the Volunteers Centre North Ayrshire, who help suggest some potential volunteers, and that's the purpose of the partnerships. The function of the committee is to ensure that the running of 3TFM as a business has been adhered to during the legalities that's expected of it, because we are a limited company, although we're a voluntary group, so we do have various things that we have to adhere to. They also take on board things like the business seminar, make sure that it's organised properly, that all the accounts and various things that have to be done legally are all adhered to and on time. Like any business, we have yearly accounts to adhere to, so they have to be done and presented to the accountants. We are also charity registered, so various reports have to be done to OSCAR. We have to do yearly reports to Ofcom to make sure that the key commitments that the station have to adhere to, hence the reason why they've got their licence, have been adhered to. Obviously we evaluate everything that happens, every call that comes in, text message, it's all logged so that we've got proof and evidence that things have been happening, and we can justify the reports that we do. Funders, because as a voluntary group we do have fees to pay, licence fees, costs a lot of money. Working with partnerships does take the pressure away, but they can't always rely on the partnerships. So funding is a big part of our sustainability. So when you do apply to funders, it's not as straightforward as you think. There's a lot of funding groups out there, but they restrict who they will give their money to, maybe for particular purposes. But they always require things like stats to prove that you're genuine in what you say. So it's all logged, all the affiliation reports are logged, because that's part of filling up the forum. We send that to them.
Well, I do several roadshows. We've been to local shops, we do one at one of the local supermarkets. We go to local community organisations, provide music for discos, Christmas dues. We'll be doing one probably for Halloween at somewhere. And it's just a case of taking the radio out to the community. It gets us known, it also provides them with a service for their particular events.
Well, I think it actually brought the community together. Because we're operating within 3 towns, you know, it's 3 different identities, 3 different areas, you know, and I feel that Street FM had brought the 3 towns together as one big community. And, you know, we support lots of the local groups, local businesses, and I feel we do make a big difference out there in the 3 towns.
It's a case of, you've got to turn your hands to many things, that's right. We're all volunteers, remember, and in voluntary work you've got to have a wide range of skills. If you haven't got them, usually somebody will teach you, but you just do the best you can. It's about all you can do, just as well as you can do it within your own skill range.
Being a broadcaster on 3TFM, it's not really any different from being a broadcaster on the national stations like radios 1, 2, 3 or 4. We have set rules that we have to obey through the Ofcom Code of Practice, and it's quite simple. It's basically broadcast law material. But when you're in the studio, this is a standard broadcast studio. You've got your mixing desk, computerised systems, sources that you would play the music from, CD players for example, mini disc players here, and we train all the volunteers how to operate the equipment to a broadcast and professional standard, and as long as you stick to the rules, everything's fine.
You need a reasonable technical knowledge though. You pick that up as you go, but no, anybody can actually do it. If you want to be really technical, yes, but that's you going down a different road again.
When it comes to the ads or the sponsorships, they are tailor-made to suit the individual customer's needs. So we'll script around what their business and nature of the business is about, or the community group for that matter, if they want to promote themselves through advertisements, and we take things from there. And it's very nicely price structured, I must say, because that is part of an advertisement, and we try to cater for price structures as well.
Beautifully packaged.
I'm not recording.
Street FM, you know, as a business, as a company, you know, needs the support of the listeners and the local business community out there in order to strive and survive, because we have, you know, lots of outlays and bills to pay every year like any other company. So yeah, we support the community, and we're hoping the community will support us.
Stronger and stronger. Go to from better to even better again. We are the only full-time community radio station in Ayrshire. We've got the potential. We are recognised in the bigger community as one of the leading lights in community radio. We've hit all the pitfalls, we're getting over most of them, but we've been there and done it first, so all I can see is a rosy future.
Broadcasting to me is the bit that I get most satisfaction from. I love being behind the mixing desk, selecting songs. I love technical things, I love pressing buttons, and it's great when things go fantastic, and it's wonderful when they don't. And it does happen to even the best of us. So broadcasting to me is a lot of fun, selecting your choice, and it's great when the listeners phone in or text in saying, could you play such and such a song, or do you have this, or I think the answer to the competition is such and such, because you know that there's genuine listeners out there listening in and enjoying it. It's great.
No. 3TFM, your favorite community station.